What's up, everybody? Now, listen, I don't really have time for the kikis and the giggles today because we got a lot to cover over the last segment of this week's series, so bear with me. In 1932, they started studying syphilis. It was originally called Tuskegee's Study of Untreated Syphilis on the Negro Male, now referred to as the USPHS Syphilis Study at Tuskegee. 600 men total, 399 with syphilis, 201 without it. No consent whatsoever now. They were told they were being treated for bad blood, which could cover a number of different ailments. Upon further research, they saw that the study was ethically unjustified. If I've never told y'all any time before, trust me now when I say pause to read. These men were monitored but not given the proper medicine for treatment at the time, purposely. They allowed these men to go blind, insane, or experience a myriad of different health problems, all for the sake of research studies. Not to mention letting them die for the sake of science. With untreated syphilis at that. A PHS venereal disease investigator in San Francisco named Peter Buxton also found out about the experiment, expressed his concerns about him feeling like it was unethical, but despite this, they still decided to continue. Shout out to him for leaking the news. By him leaking the story, that finally got it shut down in 1972, but by that time, 28 participants died from syphilis, 100 or more died from related complications, and at least 40 spouses had been diagnosed with it, and the disease had been passed to 19 children at birth. So now that I've covered a little bit about how they try to disintegrate us via healthcare issues, now let's go ahead and talk about Black Wall Street. It was shot up, torched, and bombed from the air by white vigilantes. Did y'all know that Tulsa, Oklahoma was supposed to be a black city? Once again, pause to read. These people were forced from Alabama during the Trail of Tears and founded Tulsa in 1836. Before emancipation, blacks enslaved by the Indians fared better than those enslaved by whites. One of the ex-enslaved Creek confirmed that he was eating out of the same pot with the Indians, while the other enslaved blacks were still licking the whites' master's boots in Texas. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't support any type of slavery. Let's just say that. Under the leadership of African-American attorney Edwin P. McCabe, a former clerk of the United States Treasury Department, blacks formed Oklahoma clubs and worked to make Oklahoma an all-black state. They had 30 black towns, including Boley, Clearview, Tatum, Lima, and Langston. The only African-American in the legislature, Curran, authored Oklahoma's first civil rights bill, which lost ratification by one vote as the territorial government proceeded to disenfranchise blacks and passed its first Jim Crow laws. Of course. Pause to read about Mr. O.W. Honestly, I've run out of time. I know y'all think I got trust issues, but really, reconsider your request before I make a mess. The material is all here.